Hello everybody, welcome back to Nefarious TV. Today we are showing 6 more creepy videos with very little views. You guys seem to really enjoy the first one, so I'm going to continue this series on a bi-weekly schedule. So turn off the lights, put your headphones on, and let's check these out. This first video was captured near Yellowstone National Park, just off of the freeway. It comes from a user named Drudagon17, who was staying at a tiny motel with their fiancé and parents. During one of the nights at the motel, the OP was awoken by loud, frantic knocking on their door. It was the parents who were staying in a separate room. They quickly got dressed and headed outside, assuming something was very wrong. When they opened the door, they were met with something absolutely terrifying. Blood-curdling screaming. It sounded as if it was coming from about 100 feet away, and in the OP's own words, it didn't sound like a person. Take a listen for yourselves. Drudagon17 says that the screaming continued for almost an hour. An hour of screaming at the top of your lungs would be extremely difficult for any person. To me, it does sound like a woman in distress. At least the second scream does. The first scream sounds more like an animal, such as a mountain lion or fox. They called the police, who eventually showed up but seemed to act extremely strange and evasive. And eventually they just left. The commenters of this post seem to be completely split. Some of them believe that this is distinctly the scream of a skinwalker. Others believe that it is just someone's very drunk, angry girlfriend. Either way, these screams are still straight out of a nightmare. This next one is from an Expedia ad, and the creepy content is very subtle. It took me a few times to even spot it myself, but it was definitely worth it when I did. If you go about 35 seconds in, we are shown a man leaning on the Vietnam War memorial. It's a nice moment, but contains something very strange as well. Did you see it? So, standing behind the man that is leaning on the wall is another man wearing a black and white suit, here. If you pay attention to him, he is looking at the memorial the whole clip, but his reflection looks right towards the camera. Part of me thinks that the editor for this commercial thought this would be a funny little Easter egg, but considering where they are, it seems like an odd spot for an Easter egg, as some people might find it insensitive. What do you guys think? Some of the strangest and creepiest videos you can find seem completely normal until you add context. This is one of those videos. The OP and his girlfriend were hiking the ridgeline on Purple Mountain outside of Crested Butte in Colorado. With the stunning view of the Colorado Rockies, they took some video and a few photos to share with their family. It wasn't until the next day, while they were reviewing the footage, that they realized that they had captured something extremely strange. While she is panning the camera around and talking to the OP, a strange voice can be heard speaking over her own. Take a listen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for safety. At the summit of the first one at sunrise. Say hi, Cody.
Hello.
You can hear it right as she says, "Say hi, Cody." Here it is again.
Say hi, Cody. Say hi, Cody.
Say hi, Cody.
The OP reiterates several times throughout the post that they were alone. He also claims that he tried to mimic the voice himself without success, just to rule out the possibility that it was him making a funny voice and just doesn't remember. The voice to me sounds very monotone and eerie, but I noticed something in the audio right before you hear the voice. There seems to be some white noise coming in and out for a few seconds. This sounds similar to a bad audio track with noise reduction filter added to it, which could indicate that the creepy voice was added in post, or at the very least the audio was tampered with. What do you guys think? This video was uploaded and posted by a user named SteezySteve7. While working his part-time job, Steezy Steve received a text from his close friend and manager telling him that the store security camera detected motion in the basement. This is what it captured. Most of the time, mist and orb videos can be explained away fairly easily. They are usually just bugs or lights. The interesting thing about this video is that you can see the mist materialize in the back of the cellar and move to the front. I'm not saying this can't be explained by something simple, but it is really interesting and I haven't seen anything quite like it. Filling our number 2 entry is another phenomenon that I've never seen before. The OP took this video from their flat in London that they believe is haunted. They experienced several strange occurrences, mostly relating to their electronics. TVs would turn on and off, strange pictures would appear on their computers and phones, but the thing that they experienced the most were the voices. Voices coming out of several different electronic appliances in their apartment. Take a listen.
Stop it. What do you want? Stop it. Now. I'm not getting out. You get out.
It seems as if the voices are providing intelligent responses to the OP. You can make out phrases like, "right now," "I'll kill you," and "get out." The OP goes on to explain that one of her roommates began doing strange things while she was asleep, like scratching at the OP's door, screaming, crouching at the end of her bed, extremely frightening things. All of this is a lot to take in, and I honestly don't know what to think about it. At times, it kind of feels like the script to a stereotypical horror movie. I'm not saying with absolute certainty that this whole thing is fake, but there are a lot of red flags for me to give this much merit. Regardless, the thought that this video is potentially real is truly scary, and that is why I included it. Finally, at number 1, we have something that I found that's extremely interesting. I chose this picture of the Amityville horror boy because it is very similar to what I'm about to show you. A short, ghostly figure with seemingly glowing eyes. The OP posted that his parents are weekend ghost hunters and he usually goes over all of their footage after they're done with each hunt. On one weekend, his parents went to a place called Wolfe Manor and brought all of their gear. Apparently Wolfe Manor is a hotspot for ghost activity. They managed to capture something completely chilling in their video that I personally believe has a very good chance of being real. Take a look. I put the Amityville picture and a screenshot of the video side by side. It's really interesting to me how similar these two apparitions appear to be. I'm not sure if that adds to the validity of this case or makes me believe it's a hoax, but I do think there's a pretty good chance this is real. Whether or not the figure is actually a ghost or not is up to you to decide, but the OP's story is believable to me. Both of his parents say they didn't feel anything when they were there and they think it might just be a reflection or something, which makes me think that they aren't just trying to get views or push their ghost hunting. Also, considering the fact that they have been ghost hunting for years and this is the only footage they've captured, I think that also adds some credit. And again, if this is a hoax, it was fairly well done, and it definitely gave me the creeps. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a comment and let me know which one of these creeped you out the most. Also be sure to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me and helps support my channel a ton. I couldn't do this without you guys. Don't forget to click the notification bell. That way you will be notified when I release a new video. So until next time, stay spooky. So I think I'm just going to make my end screen a little section where I can complain at the end of all my videos, because I'm watching the Blair Witch Project, the 2016 remake version, and it's so bad. It's so bad, you guys don't watch it, it's awful.